Protectorate subjects should know better than to attack a Protectorate arbiter. I had no choice but to judge them as traitors to the Protectorate. Why would they simply open fire? Why wouldn't they attempt to conversate? Then they should have reported me to their superiors rather than attempting to exact justice themselves. I shall continue to answer slights of this nature through violence, but hopefully I shall not need to do this more than a few times.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We best tread carefully. Let us proceed with due haste. Lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here. It seems our intelligence was correct. There's clearly a door here, and I would hazard that we'll be able to open it somewhere on station. We should make sure the station is at full power. If there's an override, that's the only way it will work. Let us go. I feel a strange sense of nostalgia being here, and I do not enjoy it. My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor. Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room. reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dusty actuator, just strapped on this solid mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts. Should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
Taking unit advantage.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small and will be. Ah, I think I've spotted it. Look there at the valve beside the sickly yellow pipe. There behind the room's main pillar. There. I'm certain of movement below.
Passcode is Limber. No. Let's try Amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's Gavel. I should remember this. Damn it. Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause... whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him. That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible. I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions. I don't have a choice. Do you think I like having these holes in my memory? There's nothing I can do to answer you. He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
That's interesting, but it must be false. Sub Rosa is a large organization. Whoever asked for Okada must have wanted him specifically. But why?
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you. I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not. My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here. It is no mere technicality. It is law. How can I be trusted to maintain my role if I choose to uphold some of the Sovereign's laws while ignoring others? Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected and is thus not afforded such a luxury. It is fortunate you have gained my trust, or I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Begone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you. Without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for first. The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that. That terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified. My role does not allow for mercy. I am supposed to uphold the Protectorate's laws. How can I claim thus if I allowed a traitor to go free? To me, there cannot be. That is, there isn't. That's not possible, and I cannot afford to think of it as such. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the Incognito and plan out our next steps.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. Potentially. In the past, the locale was shared equally between us Arbiters and the Consul Sentinels. However, considering the traitors crawling throughout the rest of Arcadia, I fear what duplicity the Consul may have wrought at Central Control. No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent was an odd wrinkle, but that still does not fly in the face of what I believe. Excellent. I look forward to it.
offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically gray consultants who labor with committing to a side.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of the old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau City. But did Auntie Cleo take...
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway? Some fly-by-night indentured internship?
I'm a self-taught self-starter. What's your excuse?
I'm Jean Turner Tyler, sixth base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I'm Cleo Spacer's chosen goalie, and at the 56th inning, then it is Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that man's grinning face, I'm going to leave it plain. Anti's Choice Darlings, we won! How's to take over this? Right back at you. I'm Anti-Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention, valued employees. Anti here to brighten your workday. How much money you're talking?
You go on ahead. Shilly-shallying about what to do.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time? Unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're clearly a valued partner of Auntie's Choice, but your standing with us could be higher if you accepted our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Anecdotal feedback from paid experts shows it increases the odds of a ship's crew purchasing Auntie's Choice products by a whopping 11%. Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim. the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Earth Directorate agents may accept freelance opportunities so long as they align with the priority mission.
Pass.
You've been quite an asset. For client intake specialists only. So, I admire your go-where-I-want attitude.
Questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Like what? Ask away. Ah, a potential outside contractor. Check in with the intake specialist at head office tower for the full spiel. They're in the reception area on the main floor. There's a stop for head office tower on the Trimicular if you've got an all-access pass, or you can hoof your way there through the value-added Esplanade to get there. Anything else you need to know about this place? The Esplanade. There's a medicament merchant for trauma kits and such, and there's a doctor just up the stairs from them. Definitely the best choice. It's a Trey-exclusive VIP saloon on the value-added Esplanade. The private elevator up to it is directly across from the recording studio. You're not thinking of trying to go in there, are you? Oh. Good luck. Oh, that's an easy one. There's a workbench and a weapon dealer over in Market Compliance, back behind the value-added Esplanade. If you get to head office tower, you went too far. Like who? Or whom? Or such as? Does the name Auntie Cleo ring a bell at all? You may have seen her face or heard her voice, well, everywhere. She's rather ubiquitous, you might say. Here especially. I almost feel bad taking your money for that one. No, there. I've worked through it. Don't worry, it passed. Need details on anybody else? Our illustrious CEO does work here, yes. Don't really see her out and about too often. So perhaps you could say she lives in her office. That's the top floor of head office tower. No way you're getting to see her without an invite, though. Not sure if she's taking appointments with contractors, but they are hiring outside help in head office tower reception. Like most of our execs, she can be found in head office tower. I'd proceed to the reception area. Well, farewells are free.
Is prohibited in the Tuesday. The ACS undisputed claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
Hey, you traveling with anyone called Inez? I heard an Inez Silong was traveling with someone matching your description, but she ain't here, evidently. I do indeed. I was hired by a soldier named Ortiz to find her. And well, reckon this is close enough. Here, take this cartridge and deliver it to her. You didn't even try to negotiate payment for completing the job. Consider that a learning for next time.
Feels like a glimpse of Arcadia's future.
if Auntie's choice has its way.
As our IDA, you may envisage equitable profits, beneficent scheduling, and the best healthcare your bits can buy. Plus, as part of Auntie's family, your purchases drive our perpetual growth and fund the unparalleled systems that bring the best things in life all across the galaxy.
Report to reception in
You
the
there?
head
Yes,
office
you!
tower.
I recognize your kind anywhere. You're one of those folks that eats food, and I've got just the sort of grub you've been missing. You feeling famished, peckish, hoggish, malnourished, audacious, voracious, rapacious, avaricious, predacious, or even just plain hungry? I've got you covered.
Represents the worst impulses of old corporations.
The best way to stop a tummy from rumbling is to cram it painfully full of foodish and food-like items.
Choice media shenanigans lying down. No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Anti-Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Surfer Tyler, 6th base person for Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I believe Spacer's Chosen solely.
Feeling wheezy? Seeing spots? Bleeding from orifices either natural or unnatural? If you have a malady, we have the remedy. Made by the finest of Auntie's apothecaries, using the most cutting edge of voluntary tusk subjects. Half the time, our life-saving medicaments work all the time. Don't worry. Once you try our almost reasonably priced products, you'll compulsorily return time and time again.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something? Yeah, you dropped something. Word to the wise. Mind your personal effects, intellectual assets, and major organs at all times. Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped. Get me?
Wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements. Sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter-over.
Bubblegum Slim. Now with chewable filter tip.
Experimental operations where top lab codes are doing clearing.
Afraid I'm not being paid to talk to you at present.
They're working on it, don't worry about it. Their department alone is responsible for a 28% increase.
Chewing is for chumps and injecting is for idiots. Come ingest your nourishment the debonair way. By drinking it. Your doctor called and said you're dangerously dehydrated. They said it's imperative that you spend some bits on life-saving liquid Vitae. Stat! I've got all the refreshment bits can buy, or at least all that your bits can buy.
This large and black ink on our balance.
Unrelated bric-a-brac. We got your unrelated bric-a-brac right here. We market the most miscellaneous miscellany on the ACS Undisputed Claim. Feast your eyes on this motley conglomeration of goods.
Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. You got the throttle gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it.
Experience the most sought-after inebriant on the undisputed claim. Welcome to the Bottom Runger, exclusive home of the Raptidon Bite.
Learn to negotiate.
That's what everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants to know. No, friend, I finally caught N-rays in a bottle with this one. Not sharing the secret of our success with anyone. However, you are welcome to sample a few and attempt to discern the ingredients for yourself. Not tending bar right now, but my employee here can see to your needs. May your day be profitable at the expense of your rivals.
Need anything? Why, it's only the most popular drink in Arcadia, and you can only get it here at the Bottom Runger. Don't ask what's in it. Even I don't know. Lowest prices for the lowest rungers.
It's the burning sensation. On everyone's top.
Injuries detected. Please seek medical assistance prior to loss of consciousness. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
We can sell you less. We are also the only retailers for parasite-free purple berries. For her business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. Oh no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you bits rank and file. The big rift off toss balls from home, but our Arcadia Grove League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than
Step right up for the most exorbitant medical care money can buy. We cure all physical ails. Most at least. Well, there are a lot, I guess. We cure some physical ails. That sounds all right, right? No, but the medicament merchant right downstairs can set you up. I just do hands-on repairs. Don't keep out of harm's way. I have a family to feed.
Have a profitable day.
Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
about how your life would have been? Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? Easy shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
Was specifically founded to Purpleberry products.
Samples, Purpleberry product samples.
Designed to be
Complimentary Purpleberry comestibles. Compliments of Auntie's Choice.
Say, our company has grown heat-bold. Soothe the first.
Purpleberry product samples. Purpleberry product samples.
Hey, go-getter. Get yourself over here. Look, I'll be direct. We've had our eye on you for some time. Practically a minute, all told. And I can tell you're the very thing we're looking for. You possess the sort of rugged, nonconformist, individualist nature that our listeners identify with. Or believe they do, anyway. From the meekest flunky to the most milquetoast myrmidon, why, friend, you're everything they want to be. There's two things I desperately require. Realism, authenticity. Sure, some might say they're the same thing, but I use both to highlight emphatic weight. We're working on a brand new set of advertisements and need your exact kind of distinct perspective. He's yesterday's news. Sure, we'll keep playing those old ads. They got a nostalgic appeal for the older set, but his shtick is fraudulent, fabricated, worst yet, contrived. You've got the stuff that can't be faked. Our listeners are sophisticated. They can see right through anything less than 110% genuine. Step inside. I'll introduce you to our main creative type, Mitt Tarkington. Why, the things he does with words you wouldn't believe. He'll tell you how we do things, how we sell product. Then you provide your expertise, lend your maverick perspective to help him come up with how. All it requires is you be yourself, unabashedly. Then get paid for it. Head into our recording facility when you're ready. Mitt will be in one of the studios. I'll be right along.
Exploit the local fauna like life's work. Between the ribs.
Sorry, in the midst of composing my latest product-oriented dramatization. Talk later. Here for a recording session? And I'm back.
No autographs, I'm afraid. Not outside of special appearances. Normally I would, but my agent would space me.
Yes? Can I help you? Ah, you appear like a rugged sort. Let me guess. Thessaly sent you.
That I did. This is Mitt Tarkington, advertising copywriter extraordinaire. Mitt, this is our maverick outsider. They've heard the pitch and agreed.
Charmed. Yes, well, dive right in, shall we? To begin, allow me to share a bit on how we shape ideas. Part the veil about this magical art we call advertising. Everyone. If they don't have a need yet, it's our job to give them one. Then provide it. A little background first to frame your thinking. There are 4 personality types we appeal to when writing advertisement copy.
I'm like you.
I'm who you want to be.
I, who have cultivated a persona as a sarcastic doubter, am not normally into things, so you really ought to listen to me about this.
And I just hate that thing that never happens, yet absolutely could.
Any other general questions before we get started?
Somehow all of them, apparently.
Even the most buttoned-down rule follower imagines themselves a rebel in some way.
All right. I'll ask a few questions about your singular way of looking at things. Then translate your unique perspective into lines for the ad. Now, first question. How can we best understand those like you? Any insight on your kind of unique perspective? Response into a line for the ad. Something like, calling all high-minded individuals. Next question. How do we best illustrate credibility? Say, through something you know, or hate. Watches for your next move, so they can copy it. What's an aspirational goal for those who identify with you? Okay, perfect. How about your needs are different than everyone else's? Last question. What do you desire most out of life? And I should mention we have a little leeway to fine-tune the product offering. Just the thing. Now with a full body bib included with every purchase.
Yes. Suppose you might need to hear it assembled to make sense of it all. Just a moment while we put it together. I can already hear it in my head, and it is perfect. All right, that's a wrap. Roll the assembly. Fine work, everyone. Take a good listen.
Calling all high-minded individuals. Everyone watches for your next move, so they can copy it. Your needs are different than everyone else's. That's why we've updated our premier cyst rinds just for you. Auntie Cleo and Pals deep-fried Sisty Bits. Now with a full body bib included with every purchase.
If not the worst.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Unfettered free trade and development throughout the galaxy. Well, 5 our products. So strong.
Yes, may I help you somehow? Likely by reminding you that this is not the entrance for unwashed service plebes. Please go tell your manager to fire you. Then follow proper protocols, or we'll find other vendors to patronize. Oh, really? You think that you belong in our lounge, dressed like that? 3 cysty pigs in a trench coat would have a better shot at getting in than you do right now. The owner tasked me with maintaining the posh allure of the best choice, and you are hardly the kind of inestimable personage that would be proper to admit. A significant contribution to my post-Boniface retirement fund.
This concierge is attempting to extort you, Commander. Providing the requested payment is not advised at this time.
Very well, we can settle for only a minor contribution to my retirement fund. Take it or leave it. That's the right call. There's no better choice you can make than to buy your way into the best choice.
Review page 347 of the Earth Directorate Field Manual for regulations concerning imbibing inebriants while on duty.
Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell the most, but I say you need to ask the common bottom runger consumer. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, quite. Oh, look at this one. See? They're letting in anyone now. Well, since you're here.
Finally, somebody else here with the guts to act. I was about ready to start tearing my ears off. Trapped as I was, listening to these running mouths. Pleased to see you. Ain't sure if you heard, but I'm looking at a promotion to president of aggressive acquisitions after what you and I accomplished on Paradise Island. Last I saw him, he was so mad with rage he was chewing on the rim of his hat and growling like a canid. Can't say I'm fond of the fellow, but I can't help but pity him. Anyhow, I owe you more than a few drinks. See me a couple of months down the line, and you and I'll drink Arcadia dry. But for now, go sever some vital arteries for me.
Has identified that nearby vent as a possible means of gaining entry.
weaponry you need to make all your problems past
Can't tell the
tense.
difference between cover and conceal.
Welcome! Here at Arnie's Armory, the customer's goals are our goals. So, how can I help you achieve just the right amount of reckless, unspeakable violence today? Unfortunately, I think I just sold my last rocket pistol, but I'm sure I've still got more than enough for you to kill whoever it is that needs killing.
Well, welcome, future repeat customer. I can tell just by looking at you that you'll be back again and again. Ready to make a purchase? Because you have the kind of face folks just love to shoot at. They can't right seem to help themselves. They just want to put a bullet in you. And don't take it personal now. It's a compliment if it's anything. So, you game to see my wares? I've got armor in all shapes and sizes and for all occasions. Though I'm guessing you get shot at more than occasionally. The difference between cover and concealment? That you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds.
I'll give it to you straight in. Performance review. First up, excessive the only division that earns us less when they work more.
Approaching station. Head office tower.
Quite the bit of it. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to keep
From every contract. In the red, learn to negotiate.
Xenobiological exploitation's output is down.
What do you think, Skip? You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers
Now
in your
entering an executive office environment. Please attempt some semblance of professional decorum.
I see you decided to accept my invitation. Good. I do hate having to follow up. Ordinarily, reception here would detain you in a whole song and dance, but you're no common contractor. You're my honored guest, and as such, I've informed them there's no need. I wanted to formalize my gratitude for your assistance on Greater Tranquility Station. What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. I felt we were making real progress, notwithstanding a subsection or two. In fact, that is what I summoned you here to discuss. Some messages have indeed been sent hither and thither through back channels. Alden remains convinced an agreement can be reached, and I concur. Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing the Order and Auntie's Choice together, the profit from doing so far outweighs the risk. While making our expeditious retreat from the station, Alden and I encountered a dying man, one of the Order radicals in league with our would-be assassin DeVries. He confessed DeVries' entire plan, and that he thought you must have stopped her. Thanks for that, by the way. 2 dead delegates really would have impeded negotiations. But seeing as we both remain breathing, we can continue advocating for a merger. Auntie's Choice and the Order together would be an entity far surpassing its individual parts. To begin, you'll need to gain favor with both the Order and Auntie's Choice. I expect the Order will want you to, I don't know, clap some chalkboard erasers together or something. Do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders and convince each to agree to meet and continue the negotiations. You're confident, of fine quality, at certain occupational tiers. But mind that you're not overconfident. Auntie hates grandstanding. Obviously, you will need help to smooth over any points of contention during the negotiation, which will require some verbal finesse, but worry about that step upon reaching it. Capital! As I mentioned before, you'll first need to earn an audience with the presiding bishop and our very own chief executive before this plan can go ahead. When it comes to the Order, approach their laureates. They seem to run things. On our side, work with the VPs, improve their opinion of you, and gain their trust. Oh, and you might see about improving your oratory skills in the meantime. Persuasive rhetoric will certainly be valuable during the upcoming negotiations. Certainly. Aren't you adorable? Next, you'll be asking me to name a time I overcame adversity in the workplace. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? To wit, I am my job, and I rather think such an esteemed position speaks for itself. If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the Esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of means and taste, the best choice is undeniably the finest gin mill on board. They tried to name a drink after me once, you know, but I refused. Too gauche. You'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade. Oh, answering that would come dangerously close to upward communication, which is not something we advocate in Auntie's Choice. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review or, law forbid, critique their seniors. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer. Quite literally. This corporation would be adrift without her as our steady bellwether.
Attention, morally gray outsider. The adventure of your lifetime awaits. Hello, daring self-determinist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. That's right, a life filled with action, adventure, riches, and romance awaits. Being an Ida will see all of your fantastical dreams come true. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price.
wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. Yet they are indubitably one and the same. By coming into my employ and helping to secure Auntie's interests, you are directly manifesting a stable future for this colony.
At Auntie's Choice, we make things happen. If you want to move something along swiftly, you come to us. If you want to endlessly dither about numbers, talk to the Order.
You, my friend, are being given the opportunity of a lifetime. Auntie's Choice has a dynamic new vision, and we need a specific kind of go-getter to make it happen. The kind that changes everything. The kind that turns our universal brand into the brand of the universe. Well, that much was obvious from the uniformity of your equipment. Our vision certainly rewards brand loyalty.
You don't have clearance to read the fine print, but it promises action, adventure, and paydays undreamt of.
And the chance for near limitless advancement. We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure and self-determinism you will absolutely not regret. Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
Striking? You're saying they're about to turn violent?
Yes, well, if they're this delusional, violence is the next natural step. Who do they intend to strike? Us?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this? I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
negotiate. As in, give in to some of their demands. Won't that set a terrible precedent for others?
No, Ursula, it won't, because we won't be the ones doing it. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability. No, you misunderstand my meaning. Deniability doesn't mean we hide behind you. It means you may act outside the fundamental tenets of Auntie's Choice Society.
But you, who are not officially an Auntie's Choice employee, can do whatever you want. Anyone asks about our involvement, and we can disavow it.
Wonderful! You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
You look befuddled. Or perhaps that's just your normal expression.
Commander, over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the other's got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him. But I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it. True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hit it good. Whatever you're doing is, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I'm pleased we prevented their murder. But they remain my enemies, peddling a false peace. I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task at hand, saving Arcadia from the rifts.
Let us make...
A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the Tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now. Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal. the heat off you, Commander. Just say... Got a distraction for you. Come at me. Distraction. Tank recharged. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the Rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
I just have to ask, what makes you think you're judge, jurist, and executioner?
Think does not come into it. I know my role is just. The sovereign, architect ordained, is right in all things. I act as an extension of himself.
So you just make up the rules as you go along? Sounds like a pretty authoritarian way to keep law and order.
At least my actions are ordained. On whose authority does the Earth Directorate act? Humanities? Do you not aid the citizens of Arcadia against their will?
Bet you even thought that retort clever. What we offer is actual help, not just control dressed up as order. That's the difference.
Stand against us! Ready to dispense justice! Ready to waste them on your command.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
I suspect the local fauna has correctly identified us as a threat. Stand ready, Commander.
Niles.
Cannot be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the Matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people. The time for considering risk is past. We cannot afford to be timid when battling giants. Besides, now I have 2 Earth Directorate agents to assist me. What could go wrong?
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done. They'll be taking up strategic positions to guard the entrance and watching for any stray Protectorate patrols. We'll move more swiftly in fewer numbers. Slim chance of that. I'll not assign a task to others that I'm unwilling to undertake myself.
Color me surprised.
Must you? We are on the precipice here, and I shouldn't have to tell you what awaits us if we fail.
Why would the Supreme Arbiter have met with the Consul? No use speculating. We'll know soon enough. Understood. I shall await our next opportunity to venture forth together.